Really happy to be stretching. Really happy to be starting off the day with my lovely friends here. Just making sure the audio is going well. Just going to go side to side here. And there you go. Here we are going. We're moving. This is good. This is good. All right. So it is a Monday, moving side to side. Again, if you've never been on the channel here before, I've been doing these types of stretches for about 20 years now. I've had a YouTube channel for about 15 years. Actually, just the other day it was 15 years for me. I've lost over 120 pounds over, it was a 3-year stretch, and I've been able to keep it off. And I'm just trying to stay healthy. I'm in my 40s now. I'm going to be focusing on doing some workouts as well as stretching pretty much every day, and I'll be doing that as a live stream. Most of my stuff is without equipment, or it'll be very minimal. It'll be, a couple dumbbells, some bands, some body weight workouts. The stretches is just going to be daily body weight stretches. So just a lot of standing stretches just to get the body mobilized. The past 10 years I was doing it in the office. Now I want to do it online every day. And then I did it for 10 years before there, had community centers, and for a few years before then within the sports teams that I was in. So been doing this stuff for about 20, 25 years now, and just enjoying staying flexible in my 40s as I've moved towards staying strong. However, I would like to stay more flexible than strong. When I was younger, it was all about the strength, and the flexibility was secondary, and that's really and truly in many ways how I got injured. That and a lack of sleep and not enough protein. I really wish I could have afforded the 220, 240 grams of protein that I sometimes hit now, but as I'm older now, I'm probably hitting about 180 to 200 grams, which has been super healthy for me. Hey, good morning. How are you? Could you? I see your Korean name there. In English, I cannot pronounce any of the characters. Your name or who you'd like to call me by. I don't want to just just see it as I think it's Korean if I'm correct. But hello again. Thank you for showing up again, and then hopefully you can join us for a good stretching time. I appreciate it either way, and thank you for saying hello and good morning. So we're just rotating from side to side here. Just want to get our bodies nice and loose and flexible for the day. Like I said, I have 2 kids, a third one on the way. Just doing some high knees now, nice and slow, nice and fluid. Just gonna just gently glide through here. If anyone has any comments or questions, if they want to talk about fitness or health or food or how I was able to lose those 50 kgs, about 120 pounds, I'd be more than happy to engage. I do engage in the chat while I'm talking. My name is Stephen Tocher. It's actually probably Scottish-wise pronounced Stephen Tocher or Tocher, but it's like Stephen Tocher. Tocher. I'm Scottish. My grandfather's from Scotland. All right, and then we're just going to the back here. I'm Jinu, Jinu, Jinu. Jinu from Korea, I think, if that's correct. I have many Korean friends. One of them is Hisu, Ju I'm just trying to think, John Woo. Anyway, many Korean people I've met over the years, very lovely people. Thanks for coming on. So we're just swimming in here, just getting some good forward movement, opening up the chest. That smile, wonderful smile. It's a digital smile, but it's wonderful. All right, here we go. We're just swimming, just opening up different areas of the body here. As you can tell, the snow is gone for now. We'll see. It's March, but never count Canada out. It could be pretty nutty all of a sudden. So we're just swooping all the way back. Just kind of feels like you're scooping air. Your thumbs are out on the way as you go out, and then you scoop back in. They're continually staying scooped out. This will help with posture. As again, we've talked about in the past, you want to have, just if you, by doing this, you change the way your shoulder blades sit. And that's huge because that'll help just bring everything up. If you do that, your posture wants to pull everything up. It's just, even if you just try it, if you just do that, over time, your body, especially the back here, your muscles are going to just kind of want to pull you up. So whenever you can, Even if you're at the computer desk, stop doing this and turn outwards like that. Okay, we're just gonna do a little bouncing here and there, bouncing back and forth, just to loosen everything up. These types of stretches are good to wake you up. Again, if you're in the middle of your starting your work day, or if you're about to go do a workout, these are these dynamic stretches to warm the body up. I find static stretches to be best at the end. I do those towards the evening just to relax the body and prepare myself for my wonderful and blessed time of sleep. If you struggle with sleep, you want to look into your circadian clock, that rhythm there, and you want to be able to get walks in the morning and in the evening around when the sun is setting and when the sun is rising. That's when you get different rays of UV rays and light that is entering the body that will help with the way you sleep. And just the types of foods that you're having are also quite huge as well. All right, so we're going to start with a face pull. We're going to take our thumbs and we're going to be ripping all the way back. This is to help our scapulas get stronger, to loosen up all of that terrible stuff we're doing when we're doing the dishes, when we're, vacuuming, driving, on our phones, talking to the kids, whatever we're doing. This is a great stretch as long as you mobilize your back and you really squeeze at the back here. You really take the time to actually squeeze at the back. Now we're going to go to mid back. We're taking it back. We're going to squeeze it to chest line. Bring it back nice and tight here. Nice chest line work. Really squeeze at the back. Now bent over 30 to 40 degrees. Pull through. And the people, if you've ever been on here before, the stretches are pretty much the same. It's just staying consistent. I try to hit every muscle in the body. And if you're struggling with a muscle group or a certain type of hurt or pain in your life, I'd be more than happy to try to work that out. Just shoot it in the chat there, and I am down to be as supportive and helpful as possible. Okay, so we're just ripping up here, just flowing nice through, push through. Okay, now we're going to pretend like we're ripping apart, thumbs out again, helping our posture as a whole. Nice fluidity here. Holding it if you'd like for a second, which is nice. This really makes, for me, I feel it right in my pectoral muscle here. Just opening everything up, getting that nice fluid stretch. Now we're just going to pop side to side. Nice and fluid movement. This really allows my hips and my lower back to open up. Sometimes I'll get a nice crack in and around the mid to lower back. Feels quite lovely. All right. Okay, now I'm going to do the chicken wing. Get the chicken wing going here. Love me some chicken wings. Helps the shoulders, fighting against frozen shoulder in particular. Like I said, I'm about 193 centimeters, about 6'3", pretty tall guy. And so I really have to work on my posture all the time, making sure that I'm allowing fluidity in my joints and my body as a whole. Okay, now we're going to do what I like to call the chicken jump. Just really getting that shoulder capsule to open up quite well. Okay, so we're going to move into the hips now, just back and forth. If you had a chance yesterday night, I was doing a stream on the rain. We've been getting a lot of rain lately, and the just and the unjust that the rain pours upon. It's a biblical principle that relates to everything in our lives, and just seeing how rain can affect people's moods positively or negatively, usually negatively. And it was really funny, as I was helping, serving, and doing the parking at my church. We have a large amount of people who come to our church, and it's been growing consistently, so we want to keep everyone safe. While doing that parking, I've seen some interesting things, as you can imagine, but it was just incredible to watch the terror on people's faces as it was raining very hard yesterday, and everyone was trying their best to get in without being wet. And it kind of almost astonishes me how much people are concerned about not getting wet. like even when you have an umbrella and stuff like that, there's this fear. And I do remember this one very well-dressed, dapper man who came in to the church there, and he just didn't break a sweat. He just was enjoying the rain, looking around, and it was very nice to see. It was very nice to see someone who had such a calm, collected demeanor, who was just enjoying whatever life throws at him. And he just looked like a commercial because he was just dressed so well. His hair was just perfectly pristine. And there was some other just lovely people who also just seemed to be enjoying the rain. Some lovely ladies, beautiful smiles, and they just seemed to not let that rain bother them. And what was interesting too was not only the panic that people face, but whenever there's weather or there's a disruption in community as a whole, we're going to move over to the wall. Put your hand against the wall, and you're going to be rotating your inside leg. When that kind of panic happens, people tend to regress a little bit to kind of maybe their inner thoughts. And this one couple that seems to be a little fancy, they're a good looking couple. They rode up in their nice vehicle and they drove right past my sign. They drove right to where they shouldn't be parking, and they waved at me the whole time. And when they got out, they waved again. Some people are just, I guess you could say, either maybe they're not really following the faith as they should, or they're a tad entitled. But anyway, it was just a very interesting time to observe how people can be different and treat people differently. If anyone has any comments or questions, or if anyone would like me to focus on any areas of hurt or pain or stress, try my best to help you out. Okay? So if you can, try to get on the whatever you have, the wall. I have this nice cold glass here right now. Just stabilize yourself, and you're just going to rip your foot cross body, across your hip flexors. Again, these are just the stretches that help me before I work out. I used to work a very physical job in the office. I would help a lot of people with the stretches. I was doing the in-office stretches for 10 years. And these were the types of stretches that helped people to get on with their day and whoa, just kick something proper here with their day, and just help them to feel their best. Had a lot of people who came for the full 10 years, so that was obviously a blessing. All right, so we're going to move into the lunges now. Okay, we're just going to go straight down into the lunge, back up, nice and slow, depending on where you can, your range of motion. Doesn't matter. It's just about, are you doing it nice and fluidly and correctly? I can get my knee down to the mat, which is wonderful. But if you can't, you just do a halfie. Just do whatever you can. We want to build good knee strength. I'm into the knees over toes guy, so I'm going to try to get my knee right over my toe here and allow for my tendon to get stronger. I really want to, mobilize a bit better, and I actually find I have more balance when I have like 230, 40, or 50-pound weights and I'm doing those lunges this way. But, since I don't, I just go to my knee and I just press back for a little bit more stability. And I find this is very helpful to just help your entire cage and core. And sorry, I should always mention to always keep a little bit of air in your stomach area. It's like a balloon. Just keep a little bit of air, and always keep your tummy tucked. Not like a real big tuck, but just a little tuck, like you're putting your pants in, right? Because you don't want to tuck too far, and that hyperextends your back. All right, so now we're going to, get again against the wall. I'm going to do it on the corner here. Keep your hamstrings nice and straight, and you're just going to bounce in 5 times, bounce back out 5 times, 5 and 5. One last set, really just helping to open up the lower back, and it helps help to, what am I trying to say? Help to just kind of stretch out those hamstrings against the wall there with that very nice, that those fibers feel like they're kind of pulling apart here. All right, so got a big ball here, moving the ball up and down, keeping those legs nice and straight. Now we're going to do a roundabout. Roundabout here. And now the other way. Roundabout. Now scooping side to side. And now just doing a kind of a tornado here. It's one of my coworkers' favorites. Never forget the love that they had for this. And it just really, sometimes you get some amazing lower back cracks out of this. Your shoulders open up. Now we're just going to open up the hips here at the top, the apex here. Another knees over toes exercise is to lean your back against the wall as best you can, depending on how far you want to go. And all you're doing is you're lifting your toes towards your face, towards the ceiling. And this has really helped my knees in particular to just get so much stronger. Walking backwards, very deep lunges, Nordic squats, I think they're called. Anyway, check out Knees Over Toes guy. Fantastic stuff. Love how clear he is and how much he cares about the human body and getting people into the best flexible and healthy position they can be in. All right, so now we're going to keep our back straight against the wall, elbows and wrists against the glass, and we're just going up and down, up and down. This really helps with your postures. You're going to really squeeze it and feel it into your obliques down here as you squeeze. You know, the hope is that your elbows are almost touching your obliques if you can, and you're just feeling it in your lower back to strengthen your lower back and help your posture. Okay, for the last one, for the standing leg side of things, we're going to keep our tummy in semi-tight, some air inside. We're going to go down for 5 touches, nice and slow, bounces. Okay, and then pop back up for 5 bounces. Yes, so where did I learn these stretches? So for me, it was about 15 to 25 years ago, in that time frame, when I was doing, these are great, wonderful. When I was doing sports, and when I did a little bit of martial arts, and these were the stretches that I found were very effective in allowing my body to feel very fluid, and I could just go and run. I could just do kind of whatever I wanted after. So it's an accumulation of time, and I've added in a few more after the past 15 years. The Knees Over Toes guy in particular, anything to do with the knee exercises I've incorporated the past couple of years. But it's more so, I'd say it's about 25 years of learning how to do different stretches and help the body to grow. Okay, so from here, we're just gonna go calf raise and up, calf raise and up. We wanna make sure that we're engaging the calf muscles as best as possible. Full range of motion. And you're just kind of getting a nice stretch in here. Thank you, Jihu. Jihu. I think I'm pronouncing that properly. Let me just make sure I read that again. I just want to make sure I got it. Sorry, Jinu. Sorry about that, Jinu. Jinu, thank you for the lovely questions, and I appreciate the compliments as well. These exercises are just to make you feel better, get the blood flowing, help you to go to the gym, get on with your day, take a break, from maybe your work, or maybe if you're looking for work, helps you to get motivated, get the blood flowing. From what the research I had done and from what had been certified within my own company was that these types of stretches for 15 minutes a day helps the brain and helps productivity anywhere from 3 to 7% on the day. So I would do it, around this time. People had been at the quarter or getting close to the halfway point of their day if they started around 7 in the morning. And so the idea was to, if you take 15 minutes and you're able to increase, your work productivity by 3 to 7% over the next 6, 7, 8 hours, or in general, depending on where you are in the day, you're going to easily make that time back up. You're just going to feel better, and there's longevity within the corporation. But for your day to day, for anyone, if you're retired, if you're, just doing life, these are just fantastic stretches to get the body nice and fluid and moving. And that's why I would like to do it every day and bring it to the world and talk about life and get myself in a better and healthier position as well, as life is ever changing and things are ever moving. All right, to finish it off, Jinu, and thank you again for being here with me today. We're just gonna take our thumbs and we're just gonna rotate out. Rotating out. Nice and fluid. Just coming to the end. Should be on tomorrow at probably around 10 or 11 or so again. Somewhere in there, obviously different times for different places in the world, but around the same time. I'll usually put out an indicator about an hour or so ahead of time so you'll be able to see it on YouTube. But within an hour or two of this time, I try to do it throughout the day. If you'd like to see any other videos, I should be down here. If you'd like to see any other videos in these workouts at home, I do all these workouts at home, please check out the video down here, the playlist. And if you'd like to subscribe, you could check it out right here. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day, evening, morning, or night. God bless you.